At the end of this month, Britain will be closing its Wildenrath military housing estate in Germany and handing it over to the authorities there. Most people at the complex on the Dutch border have either been connected to 7 Signal Regiment, that officially disbanded this summer, or to nearby JHQ Rheindahlen, which is also being wound down. For months, 230 forces families have been gradually moving out. Rob Olver has been to see what it's been like for the very last of those to go.
Children out with their mum in a play park at the Wildenrath military housing complex. Not so unusual, you'd think, until you learn that apart from 2 other children, they're the only ones on the entire estate. In fact, they're just about the only people left.
It's hard for the children most because they've lost all their friends, but then it's hard because the emotional side of it, you know, the personal side, we're very much part of Wildenrath, and to see it, you know, just disappear before our eyes, it's very emotional.
The Perry family arrived in Wildenrath in 2005. 2 of their children were born here. Now Steve, a Royal Signal Staff Sergeant, is about to take up a new post in the UK.
For the last 6 or more years, fantastic, brilliant social community, great weekends at the family club.
It was our first overseas posting, and there was loads of clubs for the children to do. We did something every single day.
After Easter, it rapidly reduced. A lot of things closing down, including the club. So we had to rely on sort of going around houses to sort of keep the social community going. But unfortunately, yeah, bit by bit, they've all drifted off.
We haven't got a quarter, and our removals actually come next Thursday to pack up and go on Friday. So I'm going home at the weekend to try and find us a house.
The only place still open on the estate is the Naffy shop. For bargain hunter Debbie, it's one of the few plus points of living here now.
No one else goes in there to shop, so I get all the stuff that has to be sold that day. It's great.
28 then, please.
The manager's about to retire and says he's experienced base closures before, but nothing quite like this.
Over 7, 8, 9 months, it's been a slow decline rather than when a garrison, when the regiments move, they generally move out together. So one day they're there and then the next day they're not. But here it's been a gradual decline and perhaps a little bit more painful, as you see every day you say goodbye to somebody else.
The disappearance of traffic has undoubtedly made the streets safer.
William, don't go in it.
But the children have learnt to avoid all the uncut grass, now full of ticks, potential carriers of a disease that threatens the nervous system.
A friend of ours, their child was bitten by a tick a few years back and he developed Lyme's disease. He was in hospital for some time, so we've made the children very wary.
The Perrys also say they've had to contend with strangers peering through their front window. But they'll never regret their time at Wildenrath.
Been a lot of goodbyes this year for all of us, but I would say up until then it's all been fantastic. And, you know, we've really enjoyed living here. It's been one of the best times of our lives, really.
This is where I spent most of my life. Rosie and William were both born here.
What does it feel like now to be leaving?
Sad, because everything I've known and all the stuff I remember from this place is getting demolished.
Exactly what happens to the Perrys' long-time home will be up to the German authorities, who take over the Wildenrath estate at the end of the month. Rob Olver, Forces News, Wildenrath.